With Grant Hill and Clark County. Hello, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter.
They had a tough time beyond the arc. A lot of their possessions ended in missed threes.
And, you know, that's a big part of how they attack and win, getting it going from the three-point line. But at the end of the day, it didn't happen.
Now here's Irving. Pass to Ware. Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Here's Middleton. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Boy, I like the finesse and the focus that Middleton plays with. I mean, that's part of what allows him to finish off these tough hoops.
Now here's Irving. Kicks it to George. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Boy, a nice show of strength that time from Paul George, absorbing the hit and still carving out space to get the shot to go down.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
And so the ball out of bounds. Middleton touched it last. Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce, who was able to talk with Ime Udoka.
I talked with him about how he's approaching matching up with Jordan Poole tonight, and he said to make sure we don't lose him on defense, we have to talk and we have to know where he is. Expects his team to be very active and talkative here tonight. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
And there's the 8-second violation as they can't get it across half court in time. First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Here's Irving. It's tipped.
What I like about Sarr as a shot blocker, he can do it anywhere on the floor.
And it's Middleton finishing it off.
And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, he caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim.
Yeah, just couldn't contain himself, couldn't control himself there.
Now here's George. An important role in this offense, averaging a... around 12.5 per game.
Some of the quickest hands in the NBA. Kyrie showing you that quick release there.
Here's Middleton. He gets it in there. Middleton's got 6 points. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Has to wear. It's George on the wing. Stymied by Middleton.
Good instincts that time from Middleton. Sensed the shot was coming and got there just in time.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Now here's Coulibaly. Taking a look at his production. Averaging just over 8 points a game. To the inside. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
VA, they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well.
So both teams changing it up here. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Here's Poole. No points yet. And he makes it.
And the D was present, but in the end, Poole beats them with better O.
And Houston has possession. Here's George. Driving to the basket. Oh, and the dunk by George.
And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
Now here's George. He's got 5.
George's athleticism has always been a strength. Not many guys can pull off that dunk.
Here's Bamba. Poole outside. Floats one. The rebound by Ware. The Rockets lead by 4. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
Now here's George. He's got 7. On target from range. George has got 10.
You got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
Now here's Poole. Making a mark on the offensive end, scoring around 13 a game. 5 on the clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Poole's got his second basket on the night.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
And Marcus Smart picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. For 3, Smith. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. Paul George. He's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force.
With the score, your Rockets 17.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Houston.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense. That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Outside Irving. Pass to Green. Here's Ware. 6 to shoot. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Irving for 3. The offensive rebound. Green with the ball. Brooks outside. Now here's Irving. Here's Ware. George defending. Oh, George with a steal. Smart outside. Back to George. Here's Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scale.
And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Both teams deciding to change it up. You know, Clark, watching Kyrie Irving, he still does things you just can't believe.
His ball handling ability is just remarkable, and his finishing ability surpasses his rush hour handles. And that's saying a ton. He can beat anybody off the dribble. He can make tough shots. He really is one of the elite scorers from the guard position in the history of the NBA. I don't think that's an overstatement. From the angles he finishes, the shots he can make, he's as elite as we've had in the league.
Here's Middleton. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Pass to Brooks. Outside Irving. And here is Green. Koulibaly defending. Just 5 on the clock. And that one's good. Green.
You know, with his quickness, he's already good at creating separation for his shot. And we know he doesn't need much room to get his shot off either.
Middleton goes in. It's hauled in by Houston. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Clark, what catches your eye about Jalen Green at a fundamental level?
Well, it starts with his pure explosiveness. That just jumps out at anybody because he's jumping over everybody, okay? The way he can get up and down the floor and hang and lift. And that's what stands out, his athleticism. And he's actually rounding off some of the rough edges in his game that makes him kind of scary as we go forward.
Now here's Reeves on the wing. Green going. Wow! Green with the flush.
Once he takes flight, Green can make some incredible moves in the air.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Jabari Smith Jr. is making some serious strides, and Coach Ime Udoka praised him and said his all-around game, his confidence, great defensive versatility. He's starting to handle and make plays for others. Shooting is a huge asset for him, but we want him to post up and find his mid-range shots as well. He can rise up over guys. Brian?
He is certainly one to watch, Allie. Thank you. Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue, but in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals. Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
Outside for Green. A minute 9 left in the second. "13 feet out. Here's Misi. Washington with a rebound.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch. The game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
Now here's George. He's got 10. And here's Vanderbilt from the arc.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Middleton outside. No good on that one. 5 for 9 in the game. George left side. Outside Irving. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
He makes his selection just in time. Well done.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Washington shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
You know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
All right, the Rockets making a switch here. He's perfect from the line this time. Houston in the lead. On the wing, Green. George outside. Has to Ware. Here's the three. Rebounded by Cousins.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Down low. Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Wow. Smith going for a slam. He wants everyone to know that he's arrived.
Pass to Sarr. And here's Poole.
Beautiful pick by the big man, Cousins.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. All right, Grant, what do you think about Jordan Poole's nickname, the Pool Party?
Oh, it's very apt, right? Because when he's on, everyone is having a good time. But it also speaks to his relaxed attitude. He's out there to shoot and have fun while doing it.
And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. The Wizards trail by 4. And here's Poole. He's got 9. Smart outside. And there's a 3-second call. This one on the defense. Washington shooting their 4th attempt at the line tonight. No good on the technical, so unable to pick that one up.
And, you know, when Cousins is healthy now, this guy is a quality player. He's a big man that has a lot of versatility.
Poole shot is off. Houston leading by 4. Green with the ball. 7 points in the game. Rebounded by Cousins.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
It's good on the putback.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Outside, Green. Can't get it to drop. Ooh, nice D from George. And they're on the run. Poole outside. And he lobs it up top. Throw it down on the lob.
Oh, man. Between his size and mobility, Sarr is the perfect lob threat.
Outside, Green. George outside. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Washington.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And it's Smart missing. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. George outside. Over Smart. The Rockets with another miss. And it's Poole with the ball for Washington. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points.
Yeah, just a tough play by Poole. Having to fight through the defense.
And this is his second and third free throws tonight.
And, you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line. Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
George left side. It's George on the wing. And that one's on target from the wing. George has got 12 points.
You know, George is unstoppable when he puts it all together like this.
And Houston making a change here. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Here's Poole. Driving inside.
And what a slash by Poole. Just knifing inside with ease.
The Rockets trail. Inside. Here's Misi. Oh, it's blocked by Bamba. Poole, right side. Poole fast and in fuego.
Putting his head down and going for what he wants. Just a nice, assertive drive by Poole.
Now Irving. To the paint. Deflects the pass. Here's Poole. 15 points in the game. Fires in the triple. And now it's a 7-point Washington lead.
You know, he's a proven shooter from distance, guys, despite his size. Bamba's got a nice feel for when he should pull the trigger on that shot.
And so it looks like it'll be Houston's ball.
Substitution on the court.
34 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Brooks. And that one is stuffed right through.
That's what Brooks likes. Power hoops.
Middleton outside. Pass to Cousins. Back to Middleton. The rebound by Ware. Now here's Irving. He has 7. Now Vanderbilt from the arc. That one doesn't drop. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Wizards out in front. They lead by 5.
The Wizards, 45.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Left side Irving. Here's Ware. Oh, breaks the dunk off the deceptive pump fake. Coulibaly on the wing. Middleton outside. To the middle. Oh, got a piece of it. Back comes Houston in transition. Here's Brooks. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Look, the moment Brooks snatched the ball, he was gone. Boom.
Coulibaly with it. Now Vanderbilt defending. And here's Coulibaly. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Rockets trail by 5. George scanning the floor. Outside Irving. Lets the 3 fly. Drills it from deep.
Doesn't matter if he's well guarded or not. Kyrie knocking it down from deep.
Smart with the ball. Here's Sarr. The rebound by Ware. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Inside. And the Wizards on the break.
Easy enough for the 7-footer. Sarr bringing the house down.
Now Irving. Pass to Ware. Back to Irving. Puts it up. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him. Irving's got 5 points now in the quarter.
It sure was textbook, and Irving is fantastic in the screen roll. A solid decision maker in these sets, and he also can put it in the basket himself if he needs to.
Here's Coulibaly. And the shot goes in. And the Wizards lead by 4. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. George left side. Brooks outside. Pass to Vanderbilt. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Washington.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Brooks outside. Pass to George. 6 on the shot clock. Outside for Brooks. Takes a 3. No luck on that one. Wizards leading by 6. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Middleton, right side. From deep, arm. Vanderbilt pulls it in. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Houston. Irving for 3. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
Yes, indeedy. Irving giving you much in the clutch.
And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well, Brian Keefe was just reviewing the plan with his team. Coach wasn't very animated in this tight game, but asked this of his team: how bad do you want it? Right now, this is all about who wants it more. So go out there and take it, guys.
And Allie, thanks. And that one's good. Poole.
You need a bucket? Poole can get it for you.
There's a screen. Here's Irving. Hey, hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup. Irving's got 10 points here in the second half. The Wizards on offense. It's a 3-point game. Now here's Poole. Poole exploding to the rim. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to be on Dylan Brooks.
And the way he can twist and turn, it's not easy to stay in front of Poole when he's at the rim.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
A productive trip to the line right there makes this a 2-possession game.
Pass to George. Here's Walsh. To the paint. Floats one up. And it's Ware missing. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. And here's Poole. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And so it's Washington with the W. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was. When this one was up in the air late, they showed how tough-minded they are as a team.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.